What's going on, y'all? DNA one more time. We back again. First off is election week coming up this Tuesday. Presidential election. This rhetoric that's been going on for so long. It's about to come to a head. I guess I'm supposed to say, make sure you register and go out and vote, yada, 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 whatever. I'm not with all that. But this is just my personal opinion. This is my personal feelings. I've been voting for upwards of 30 years, so to me, this is one of the worst one of the worst campaigns that I've seen, and I mean, I view this differently, I mean, if you feel like it's your responsibility to go out and vote, I'm not going to encourage you or discourage you. You do whatever you feel is your civic duty, as a productive member of society in this great nation in which we live. Where the freedoms and the liberties of all men. Hold up, that's a damn lie. Well, anyway, we're not even going to go into that yet. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. On a personal standpoint, who am I voting for? Well, naturally, being an African American, everybody would look at me and think,
Obama.
That guy's going to vote Democratic. But surprise, I'm a Republican. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Scare people.
Don't get it twisted. No. Don't think nothing like that. But from a personal standpoint, I've talked to quite a few people, and some people like to keep their political affiliation a secret, or as if people are going to look at you and judge you differently. I mean, there's been a lot of posts on social media about different things and different people, and if you vote for this person, then it proves that you this, or if you vote for that party, and it proves that you that. I don't know how long y'all been living in this country, but racism, sexism, classism, everything with an ism that's full of shit is what we do here. And
I'm gonna tell you what just went through my mind over
here. Yeah. Me personally, I'm not voting for nobody. I'm not voting for a Republican, I'm not voting for Democratic, I'm not voting for the liberals, I'm not voting for independent, I'm not voting for anybody, because
is there an independent running, a liberal running?
Who the fuck knows? They don't get no press coverage. You understand? The bottom line is it's the lesser of two evils. And, I mean, they've shown us, for those of you that's old enough to remember, in the first Bush election, they showed us that, they do openly what they want to do. Mm-hmm. Okay, when it was announced that Gore had won by, some of the major networks, but one particular network, said, oh, no, it's a problem. And there had to be a recount because there was a problem with some voting in a particular state that the guy running for president just happened to have a brother who was the governor of that state. Mm-hmm. The numbers came up funny in that state. And then when they did a recount, he won. Right. So that showed me they do what the hell they want to do. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, in my opinion, go out and vote. My vote makes a difference. No, it don't. Not to me. And for those of you that say, well, if you're not going to vote, then you can't complain. If you're not going to go out and perform your duty, then you don't have nothing to say about it, and you shut up and live with the results. Guess what? Spoiler alert. You living with the fucking results anyway. Okay? So it makes no difference. Congress is a fraternity. They take turns. Okay? I can't talk bad about you, smear your name, slander your integrity, put commercials up, put all your business out in the street because we running against each other. Then when you beat me, I turn around and go, well, yo, I'm riding with her. I'm telling she the best one. But wait a minute, wasn't you just showing pictures of her and her mom and them and all? You know, you was just saying how she wasn't no good 2 weeks ago when y'all was running against each other. But now, you see, I mean, politics and bullshit mean the same thing to me. So, you know, I'm not afraid to say I'm not voting for no damn body. I'm not voting at all. And I mean, as an American, it's my right to exercise my right to not vote if that's what I feel like doing.
True.
You know, and for anybody and everybody that got an issue with that or got, you know, something to say about that or got an opinion about that, that's on you. And if you got something you'd like to say to me about it, that's on you too. But my response and my reply is, ineptly, you can kiss my ass. Okay? This is one man with one vote, you know. That's what they tell you. One man, one vote, you make a difference. Yeah, keep believing that shit. Keep believing that shit, okay? Yeah, God exists, but aliens don't. You know, one man, one vote. You know, your vote could be the one to push it over the top. No, it won't. My vote would be the one they push to the side. Okay? But that's just my opinion. You know, y'all know I'm D. Y'all know how I get down. You know. And for those that know me, y'all know I keep it 100. For those that don't know me, I keep it 100. So, as far as, you know, I mean, because really, look at the choices we have. We have the lesser of two evils. We have someone who's questionably done some things with some emails that they're making all this huff and rhetoric about, you know, and you know, she's been in politics for 30 years and, you know, she didn't make any changes. What makes you think she's going to make the changes now? Then you got the people that say, you know, some of the strangest things like, well, she's a woman and she would be too emotional. You know. Well, first of all, I'm pretty sure she's old enough, you know, meaning no disrespect, but I'm pretty sure she's past the age where she done went through menopause. You know. So, I mean, if we just happen to be sitting around, you know, if she get elected and she have a hot flash one day and Bill piss her off and she decide to hit that button, well, we going to war. You know what I'm saying? Bill fuck around and do one more thing, then we SOL. You know? So, then you got Trump, you know, who speaks his mind and says what he feels, you know, with no regard. But he don't know how to play the game. You know, I believe I said this before. You understand? Politics is a game that they play with our lives. Mm-hmm. Okay? And the problem is, you can't come and play Parcheesi when they play Monopoly. If you don't know the game, you're not going to make it. Mm-hmm. You know, and a lot of people are backing this man because they saying, oh, well, that's exactly how I feel, and he should do this and he should do that, and he talking about he gonna make America great again. Excuse me, as a black man living in this country, I can't think of a time when America was ever great. You know, I can think of plenty of times when America was great for white people, but not for all people. You understand? So when you say something like that, that shouldn't be an open-ended statement. That should be a universal statement, and it's not. Which brings me to the conclusion that when you say, we're going to make America great again, you're talking to white people, for white people, about white people. You're not talking about all people. You see? And again, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. You know, if you're not a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, you're considered a minority in society. Mm-hmm. But here's the spoiler alert. I got plenty of those. It's more of us, which is the minority, than it is of them. So if you look around, check your strength. Check your numbers. You understand? Men lie. Women lie. Numbers don't. You don't have to believe me. Check the general census. Check the census. They do that every so many years. They got a census report where they come around and they count and they want to know how many people are in your house, how many people live in your community.
Yeah, I just got one of those.
Yeah. You understand?
It's the law. You have to.
You check.
I don't think
You
I've
check
ever done
the
that.
numbers.
I don't remember being the law.
Well, I mean, like everything else, they say what the laws are going to be. Keep in mind now. No, it's the they sayers. It's a bunch of old white people in Congress that sit back and make the laws. Okay? And these are people that are like-minded, which means they like the idea of them prospering and everybody else doing the work and not getting jack. Okay?
What? Okay, you said it's a bunch of old people. How long these old people been in there?
That's another issue. Okay?
My God.
When you can't tell me an 87-year-old white man knows what's best for the country today.
Right.
Science evolves, medicine evolves, people evolve. Their state of mind stays the same.
What age do you think they should go in and what age should they come out? Because every 20 years it turns back to the same things. Nothing's new. So how long? What age do you think they should get in there, and what age do you think they should get out of there?
Before I answer that, let me tell you this: racism, classism, sexism, ageism are all things that are taught. Okay, so you're a politician. You got a spot in Congress. You have a certain frame of mind. Whatever your frame of mind may be, you have a certain frame of mind. You get married, you have your 2.5 kids. I don't even know what the hell that means. What do you have? 2 kids and a half a kid? What the, I don't get that. You get the dog and a white picket fence, and now you're in Congress because you're a senator or a governor or whatever. You teach your children the ideologies that you follow and you believe. Now, the numbers prove that more likely than not, they're going to follow those ideologies. And that's the way it's been, for so many generations. You understand? Nowadays, things are beginning to change because now the younger generation are starting to have their own opinions, starting to have their own ideas, starting to look at the world differently. People are mad because the president said that it was okay and to recognize same-sex marriage. When you have people that say, well, that's an abomination, and that's to this, and that's to that. Because that's in the Bible, and it's. But guess what? This same Bible that we're talking about says that God gave us a choice. So the contradiction is, how can you say, I got the right to do what I want to do, but don't do that? Because that's exactly what it is. Now you don't have to like it, but who says you have the right to smear somebody else's? They're not hurting nobody. They're not taking nothing from nobody. They're not doing nothing to nobody. When you got 2 consenting adults that say, you know something, I love that person. I want to be with that person. This is what I want. Who's to say what's right and what's wrong about that?
It's control.
When we're supposed to have a choice. It's supposed to be freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom of choice. You can't do that. Freedom of speech. Don't say that. All right. The right to bear arms. Don't take my guns away. But that's my choice. You see? You understand? Look at the contradiction. See, it's a constant contradiction.
Well, they started with contradiction. How are they going to
Well, come on.
be anything else?
When you perpetuate a lie and it breeds a lie, you understand? Okay. One of my coworkers has a sign up in our office, and it says, Complacency breeds contempt. You understand? And that's exactly what it is. You know, when we sit around and we settle for stuff, then people come up with their own ways and their own ideas to make that work for them. You understand? Now, back to your original question. How old should they be and how long should they be in there? Well, because if you're in there and you have a certain mind state and a certain frame of mind, when you come up, you know, you're either going to continue to believe what you were taught or you're going to look and try to discover your own. Those that try to discover their own will never make it in positions like that because, you know, the like-minded ones don't want something new.
Right.
They don't want you coming in there changing this up. Look, this is how it's been working. This is just the way it goes.
But they don't. It's not like they're gonna live forever.
They don't want to live forever. They just want to live how they want to live as long as they're alive. You understand? I think just like you got 2 terms for the presidency, you should have 2 terms for Congress.
I agree.
You understand? That way, you don't have the same person in there because when you're 80 some odd years old, you got people that are in Congress, that are in power, that make the decisions, that believe that black people didn't have any rights in the 60s. And here we are in the new millennium, and some of these people are still in office. I don't think they changed their mind, you know. So I think that it should be a 2-term issue. I don't think you should be allowed in Congress until you're at least 35 years old, and I think you should have to leave by the time you're 60. Simple. You know,
it's just like
but Pope. I think it should only be 2 terms, just like the presidents.
The Pope stays in until he dies, and I think that's where they got that from. I swear, I think that's where they got it from.
Let's not talk about the Pope.
I don't want to talk about the Pope.
We don't want to talk about the Pope. We don't want to talk about the Vatican. We don't want to talk about that.
No, I don't want to talk about that. I'm just saying I think that's where they got it from. That they stay in there until they die.
You think that's where they got it from?
I mean, well.
I don't know where they got it from. I think it's just that's the way they like it, so that's the way they've been doing it. But
they had to have gotten it from somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know where they got it from, but I know where they need to go with it. But anyway.
I'll sit for that.
You know, so for those of you that don't like this particular podcast, well, then that's your opinion, and this is DNA, and this is our opinion. For those of you that agree, well, then, you know, that's cool too. You know, I'm not saying believe me. I'm saying look at the facts. That's all. I'm saying study your research. You know, I'm saying look at history. His story. Look at the way it's been going. Look at the way it's going now. What direction you think we're going in? You know, I keep telling y'all keep believing. You know, y'all keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Okay, they trying to go to Mars for real. They trying to leave us here for real. Okay, they're not playing. You know, and as long as we continue to leave these people in office, then these are the people that are making the decisions that affect our lives. Okay? Insurance. The medicine. Your health care. Your job benefits. I mean, keep in mind now, we was at the cusp of a recession. And Congress voted themselves a raise. Now, what does that mean? You know, there was a bailout bill that major corporations documented, went off and tricked up the money, was having fun and messing it up, and then came to Congress and said, oh, we sorry. We just, you know, well, we really need this money, you know, to try to, you know, if you give us this money, we can help, you know, put this back into the economy and people can buy things and get things and help, you know, pump life back into the economy. And they gave them some more money and they did it again. Okay? And this was in front of all you American people, and y'all won't say nothing about it. So if y'all don't say nothing about that, don't say shit about what I'm telling you, because it ain't nothing but the truth. And again, if you don't like it, fuck you, because that's my opinion.
Comment.
And I'm dead. You understand?
Comment.
I mean, the truth is the truth. Okay, she trying to be politically correct. For those of you that didn't hear me, that's what I said. Okay?
What
You
a little
understand?
blur thing.
No, we don't need that. This a grown folks podcast. You understand? But I mean, because I'm fed up with the system, with the way it's going. You know,
Well, we all are.
I mean, and yeah, we all are, but ain't nobody doing nothing about it. Don't nobody say nothing about it. Everybody keeps quiet. Man, look, we all getting the short end of the stick. You know, everybody's getting bent over. Hey, put that grease away. You won't need that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, until we really do something about it, this the way it's gonna be. And we ain't never did nothing about it. That's why this is the way it is. You know? But you got anything you'd like to add?
No.
Are you sure? Oh, okay. I kind of dominated this conversation. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
You know, this has been building up for a little while. You know, I'm a little
We let you
agitated about this whole political process and how this thing is going on. You know, and I mean, you know, do you want somebody who you don't trust in office, or do you want somebody that don't have no idea what the hell they doing in office? You know, you can't do certain things. You can't say you're going to kill everybody and get rid of all the foreigners and kill the terrorists and their family. You don't do that. You know, come on, man. You don't do that. Okay? Didn't nobody go and try to kill everybody in Lee Harvey Oswald's family because of what he did? You understand? Okay? Hinckley just got released. That's the guy that shot Reagan. Didn't nobody go and try to kill his family? And he in West Virginia. And he released now. Ain't nobody try to kill his family. You understand? That man tried to kill the president of the United States of America. And he fine. You know?
We ain't gonna even get into that.
But a black man tried to sell a little cigarette and get choked out.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, it's we need to do better. You know? And it's not a race issue that I'm speaking about. I'm talking about on the world scale. But first we need to start with home. Okay? We don't need to be over there fighting wars and messing with other people and worrying about trade and stuff like that. You take care of home first. How am I come to your house and tell you how to live, and my house is a damn mess? And that's exactly what we're doing, and that's exactly what we've been doing. And this is what we're allowing to go on as American people, as the people. We're supposed to have the power. Flex your muscle. If you ain't gonna flex your muscle, then shut up and don't say nothing about it. And that's what y'all been doing, shutting up and not saying nothing about it. You know, something go wrong and y'all want to protest, and, you know.
But it doesn't last. That's what pisses me off. It doesn't last. You
know,
think because you walked the streets a couple of days and then, you know, it got on the news. You
that
just wanted the fame to me, because that's it. It's over.
You looking for your 15 minutes, you know.
No, you got was 5.
Then you got people that say, you know, Black Lives Matter. Then you got people that say all lives matter. Then you got people that get mad at the people that say all lives matter. Well, if all lives don't matter, what the fuck does?
We already know that all lives matter. That's not what we're talking about. Come on now.
It's about we on this ball together. And if we don't do better, they're going to start thinning us out. They're starting to thin out the herd. Y'all better pay attention.
They've been doing this for quite some time.
Y'all better pay attention.
Late. They didn't put it in movies and everything, letting y'all know that they're doing this, and y'all still not.
The best way to hide the truth is like this. Because instead of y'all looking for what the truth is, y'all doing this. What you trying to hide from me? They ain't hiding nothing. This is plain as the nose on your face. They put it right in your face, and y'all won't do nothing about it. There it is. It is what it is. So, man, political rhetoric, that's what I'm calling this. Y'all know what it is. DNA, man, take care of each other. Try to do a little better than we've been doing. Because, man, it's rough out here. You know, and we make it hard on each other. And as long as we make it hard on each other, it's going to be hard. So, till then, DNA, y'all take care of each other. You know, and November 8th is coming. It's on you. It is what it is. Till then, we're signing out.